Dox yourself. Where in Ireland are you from?
Dublin, the capital. That's
Okay,
easy.
yeah, no. I think mine is very much southern.
Yeah.
Like, very southern.
Here we go. Transition
Oh, wow.
back to that.
God, it's so
And,
weird now seeing everything in the background.
Bring back the big band. Bring back the big band. Okay.
Oh my God, Nua, please.
Oh, yeah. Cast the pick band there, Twiggy.
Twisted and Dive are the bands. Karmine Core banning first, and G1 banning second. Cosmos is coming up first. Backflip for Karmine Core. It's a ballsy pick, for sure. Oh my God. Part of that is going to be in the VOD.
Yeah, incredible. It's Edge. Love seeing Edge. Always a fun map, and again, G1 looked really, really good there. Twisted, the ban from Karmine Corp, does kind of go to show. I think that, they were watching yesterday's games, because G1 both looked incredible on that map, so a clever takeaway.
Import? So I was sorry, I was just clicking on imports things, because he sent a link and it got censored by Twitch, but I was just clicking on it to see that, and one of the messages that Import sent earlier was juicy lips.
Yeah, that was when you were very zoomed in on your lips.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make it better?
Well, arguably.
Import?
Zara, the reason we're not doing the big match is because we are splitting matches with Turbo, and Turbo is German.
That just sounds like really rude, honestly. It just sounds like you don't want to do the same thing as him.
They're literally Berlin International Gaming.
I know. I know.
So, we're letting Turbo do those games out of the kindness of our hearts, and also because, it just makes more sense.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing that the whole time pretty much since the group stage of the wildcard. So, yeah. It's
oh boy,
look, it means that you all can go and watch whichever games you want.
Yeah. Oof. And we're going to be having the time of our lives watching G1 take on Karmine Corp. The channel point prediction near evenly split, and I think that's fair. I personally would be putting my points on G1 at the moment. And here, I'll let everyone watch the warm up as a little treat this time, but don't get used to it.
Chat gets a warm up. Chat can sometimes have warm up as a little treat.
As a little treat.
Little treat.
Oh, look at the Otak picture.
Oh, look at the Otak.
Otak winning XP Evo was sick. Otak is a really good player.
Yes. Yes, Otak is a really good player. Congratulations on making that distinction.
That's it. That's the take. And, all of these players are really good players. It's going to be a match full of really good players. I'm good at my job.
Are we the only stream other than Karmine Core that are streaming this game?
Well, that is pretty crazy, and it's a match that's going to be worth watching. We're underway. We're on Cosmos. Gwen and Binks take on Otak and Bren, and Gwen crashes the first corner.
Yeah, not an amazing start considering the amount of hype you gave G1 coming into this one, but hey,
Gwen holds
it's the
world
first
record
round
here.
Yeah, that is also true. Maybe just going for new world records now. You got to optimize those lines.
Yeah,
you're really trying to optimize those lines. My lord, Gwen goes way too inside on that one. All good. We'll see if that closes up later on. But either way, Binks has made up for his teammates' errors and headed up into first position here. Bren now trying to get that overtake done. Bren and Gwen, that is going to be bad. That's going to be real bad for me.
That'll be totally okay.
No, it's not. I already do uwu.
That is a problem. Binks is just in front of Bren, and that's also a problem because there's
Brinks and Ben.
Brinks and Ben fighting it out for top two at the moment. Binks does have the lead. Bren in second place. Gwen has managed to move up into third. Otak is going to have to settle for fourth, and it's not an amazing first round from anyone, but G1 do pick up a round win with a first and a third.
Yeah, good from G1 to start things off, obviously. Errors all around, so we won't judge the teams based off of that round particularly. Let's just pretend we haven't really started. KC have just got a small handicap coming into this one, I think.
Yeah,
like they're really good at golf.
I would suggest that we be very biased towards G1 because obviously the Karmine Corp stream will be very biased towards Karmine Corp. But the problem is I really like Karmine Corp as well. So I don't
I don't want to be biased in this. I really don't.
I just want to see good Trackmania.
Yeah, I mean, we should be seeing really good Trackmania. Brent does the same thing Gwen did earlier and goes very far inside on that turn. I think every player here really is just pushing no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, it was already, like, you know, you're a second down, you might as well go for it. And unfortunately didn't quite work out. Didn't gain much time whatsoever, but Binks and Gwen really screaming away right now.
They are quick, and it's showing. They have a fairly large gap built up, about half a second to OTAC in third place at the moment. They won't necessarily be able to safe through this identity, but definitely don't have to push too hard. And once you have the ability to just take it a little bit easy through here, should be making it through this identity. No problems every time. Gwen gets very close to those inside poles, but no errors. They will be through. First and second place, it's a time of 1:13.3 for Binks. Nice and safe through that identity.
Yeah, nothing insane whatsoever, but in that round, didn't need it. So G1 just doing a good job there. Now 4 points ahead of Karmine on their own map pick. Obviously, going to be more practice, especially, you know, these teams that have not played against other teams that much in these maps. You know, it's going to take a little while to get up to the point where you know what your opponents are going to pick, and you know what kind of times you should be driving every single round. So I do expect these still to be relatively one-sided maps, if not, you know, one-sided series.
Yeah, could potentially be. OTAC sits in fourth place, as KC are really struggling to get going a little bit here on Cosmos against G1. They had a decent first round, but that ace in the second round does mean that 5-1 already the scoreline, and already you are kind of staring down the barrel of it a little bit here. You really do need to start to look at trying to get an ace of your own, with the issue being that Binks and Gwen have looked really good on Cosmos.
Yeah, saving that first round, they have looked very, very secure with this one. Bren now being hounded down by Gwen, who goes for a more outside line to get more exit speed on the final part of that. And I mean, you carry that all the way to the end unless you crash into a wall. So Gwen now out of this round completely, unless there is another crash coming through. But we really haven't seen many crashes on those from these teams. And Binks will just take home an easy first place. Karmine not able to close the gap.
What's interesting is G1 really aren't pushing the PBs against Karmine Corp compared to what they felt like they needed to do yesterday. Up against, who were they? Up against Sun, which, you know, I'm not going to call it disrespect, but it is interesting that they're just kind of still testing the waters, maybe still warming up a little bit here at the start of this match.
Yeah, I think it is still just finding out what other teams are driving.
Yeah.
And now they have, they know what, like, I mean, they've seen Karmine Corp play already, like,
yeah.
So they do know kind of what times-ish they are setting on certain maps, so they probably know that they don't have to rush everything down. Yesterday they had no clue, like, you know, there were VODs of Sun playing, but not specifically of the same kind of practice that they had during those games, so you might as well give it everything and then save your mental and not, you know, destroy your, like, focus by doing it again today, when you know you're probably not going to get beaten regu by Karmine on Cosmos.
Potentially the case. Binks leads from Gwen into the identity, and will stay on board with Gwen to see if there's any mistakes to be had, because if not, this is G1 on 9 points. Karmine Corp on a paltry 2, a long way down on this one. That's a PB for Binks, little ways behind Gwen, who has been kind of regu on that time, the low 113s, and is pretty close behind Binks on that round as well.
Yep, Karmine Corp probably focusing on next map at this point, obviously. Yeah, I think G1 very well practiced here. I'd be interested to see them up against Solari on this one. I think that would be an incredibly good match to watch. We're going to have to probably wait all the way until until November for that, unfortunately, but that is the way it works out in different groups.
Yes, it is. And, well, the LAN is just going to be so much fun. Seeing the teams playing up in that situation. Seeing the best of the best on these maps.
Title.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. For now, we're looking to see if somehow Karmine Corp can deny G1 a single point for multiple rounds in a row on a map where one of their members holds a world record and is pretty far away from most other teams. My bet, it's no, as at the moment Binks is sitting out in the lead, and Gwen has dropped behind by 7/10, but both of Bren and Otak are going to need to push on this identity, and they're going to need to do it without making a mistake.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, it's been good, but it's not been amazing from Karmine Corp on this map so far. And there it is, pushed real hard. Otak there. It was a good opportunity, and it was a good try. Wasn't enough. G1 will take 2 more points, 11-3 the scoreline. First map goes pretty decisively to them.
Yeah, clean from G1. They came in yesterday, they looked like they knew what maps they wanted to pick, and they definitely did kind of do very well on those maps, setting world records on quite a lot of them very quickly. And similar story here today. The maps that they themselves pick look very, very good. At least the first one. Karmine Corp, though, are dragging them to Backflip.
Indeed. Which, I mean, look, it's basically like taking, I don't know, like an MMA fight and I don't know, bringing it to the streets. It's like Backflip is just
Backflip
not
is
a competitive environment.
Street
you know?
Trackmania.
Yeah, no, it's genuinely street Trackmania. It is what Volta is to football, or football is to football.
God. FIFA Street. Remember that game? That was fun.
I do. That was the best FIFA that's ever been made by a long way.
Honestly, true. We'll see. Backflip, for as much as it has been kind of no holds barred, as much as it has been that street rules, it has been won more often than not by the team that picks it. Not a great start for Bren, who sits a couple of seconds behind. But Gwen has dropped a little ways back as well. Notak and Binks are wheel to wheel with less than a tenth between them.
Yeah, really anything less than 2 seconds, though, is very much surmountable, being the opposite of insurmountable, obviously. So yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, we really don't know what's going to happen until the very end of the map there. That's fine from Otak. It's not the cleanest landing. It's going to lose him some time, but it's not the end of the world whatsoever. All you need to do is get this speed check correct. You don't want to bonk your the nose of your car into that, but nothing comes of that from any of these players. They're going to go through to the identity with about a second between each of them here. Gwen trying to overtake Otak as we move on forward. A little bit of an awkward bounce, but it's good enough for sure. But Otak gets it cleanly as well, and is going to get through to the finish line. That is a clean round. It's close. That is a clean
very
round.
Low jump at the end there, and it nearly went wrong. 32,000 from Otak to Binks in that one, but it is, as you say, a clean round in quotes for sure. As clean as you're liable to get most of the time on Backflip. G2 move up 2-1.
Yeah, now, I mean, that's awkward for Karmine Corp. Well, now it's not. Probably quite happy about that. Spin out. Oh, never mind, Bren. We haven't seen that one since the wildcard group stage, Bren. Come on.
It's a little bit unfortunate, and that is Bren making a mistake in 2 rounds in a row in the same part of the map. Otak, pressure on to hold on to this first place and limit damage, keep the lead at just a single point. Was a decent last round, nearly sniped at the finish line.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can get it done this time around. I mean, Karmine Corp really need to hold G1 at bay here. Again, if they lose this map, their first map pick, things get very awkward for them very quickly, because G1 are incredibly good at their own map picks, and Otak now needs to do this perfectly. You can still get overtaken on this one, even if you do get it right. That's a very high jump, and Binks calculates perfectly that turn. He's going to get through to the very end, and Otak has respawned as well. Gwen ahead, gets second place. The ace for G2 is going to really make things difficult for Karmine Corp now. That is, well, I mean, it's not the nail in the coffin whatsoever, but it is not a good sign.
Yeah, they're lining up the hammer at the very least at the moment.
Definitely.
And another ace or even another round win would be the start of that swing, because Karmine Corp up against a team as solid as G1 have looked on this map pack, and especially going back to one of their picks, which they look almost even better on, could be absolutely disastrous. And I think both Bren and Otak have made mistakes. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that is really, really unfortunate. Now, I think we're going to be seeing the first of our Grand League teams going into... Well, I mean, no matter what happens, we're going to see the first of our Grand League teams going into the playoffs tomorrow. But, yeah, I think Karmine Corp is going to be the one, just based off of the efficacy of them on these maps. Binks is going to have a respawn there with a very awkward bounce, getting a low line on that one. It's going to be behind both Bren and Otak moving on forward, but... Oh, wait, no. Sorry, just behind Bren. Sorry. Yeah. My bad. They have relatively similar skins on their cars.
Yeah, that's fair. It is, that's absolutely fair. Bren holds on to second place. Gwen is way off in the distance somewhere. He's looking to drive to the finish line, and we'll jump back to see if Binks can get it done on Bren. But that means at least, potentially, it is going to be a round win for them. Bren is a little bit slow there. This could be a snipe. No, it won't be. Bren cleanly to the line. It's a round win for G1. 7-2. Bad times. Just bad times for Karmine Corp now.
Real bad times, especially on their own map pick. I mean, look, I don't think Backflip has an owner, you know? I don't think you can map pick.
Just Twiggy, I didn't mean bad times as in the times that they're driving are bad, although I guess that's also true. I just mean they're having a bad time.
I assumed that was what you meant.
Yeah, I just clear that up.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, they weren't exactly amazing times.
Oh dear.
But there's definitely going to be some bad times this round. But yes, Squed now in first place. Bren on the chase here, but at this point, for Binks and Otak, it is don't get 30 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, they are maybe at risk. Binks a long way down, but they can afford it. Gwen's going to land upside down. That's not what you want, and that means Bren into first place. Otak into second place. So if Otak and Bren can keep it clean here, they are back within 2 points. The ace would be very nice for them. Their first ace of the match is on the line.
And again, their map pick, this is what they kind of expected to happen, I feel like, most rounds, but unfortunately, Backflip, the coin flip of Backflip did favor G1 to start off with. It's good lines from both Bren and Otak through to the line. It should be at the very least. Woo. Otak just about makes the second jump. We'll get through. And it's an ace for them. Things sway back in, not in their favor, but in their direction.
Yeah, not fully in their favor just yet, but there's a shift there. There's something in the wind that maybe Karmine Corp are not going to be 2 maps behind just yet. Can't be counted out. A round win here gets them back within 1. G1 remain on track point. That is the threat. An ace at any point for G1 is just this map done. Anyone sliding out? No! Gwen will touch. Bren will also touch, and it's Gwen who recovers first.
Yeah, a little bit nicer on that one, and Bren just keeps getting slower speed through everything there. The reactor booster can't quite help you that much through that. Otak looking for an overtake on Binks early in the map here, but, I mean, anything that happens at this point is relatively inconsequential as we move through to our first jump. As long as everybody gets this cleanly, that is absolutely fine. Binks and Otak get through just fine. Gwen and Bren seem to be just fine back there as well, holding position. Otak extending the lead for now. Binks gets a really nice landing there, though. Might just catch up a little bit. It's all going to be down to the identity in the first clean round, almost, we've had in a while, apart from those bug slides, but you know, anything can happen there. Otak through first, but that's not a nice one. It's a good landing, but it's not a lot of speed whatsoever. Binks is going to overtake into first. Otak will just take second here. But Gwen the overtake! Oh, I thought he was far enough behind. Oh dear, so did Otak apparently, but it's not enough. The snipe gives G1 the ace, and they close out the round just in the blink of an eye.
Oh my god, Gwen just comes flying over the top. That's been close to happening, has actually happened a couple of times, that if you're landing on that final jump for the takeoff isn't quite right, you end up with slower speed, you drop through the air a bit more, you end up lower in the finish, and someone who gets high in the finish can snipe you out. Happens one more time just there, and that ace was threatened. G1 absolutely take it. Bren appears to have left the match, is why I'm making this face. Don't worry about it. Hopefully we get Bren back just in time for Edge, the second map pick for G1 in this match, where, yeah, Gwen holds a world record because G1 hold about half of them.
Yes, of course. I mean, it's so funny that, you know, like 2 weeks ago we were like, oh yeah, Epos has all of the world records, and then the Grand League teams enter the tournament, and it's like, okay, never mind. All good. All good. But yeah, no, hopefully we get Bren back soon.
Yep, it's a pause. We're paused.
Oh, we needed a little break. We haven't
just a little break. Yeah,
just a little break as a
genuine. Yeah, we've been in and out of matches non-stop, and this is not going to help us get back on schedule. I can tell you that much.
Oh no, not even remotely. This is going to be one hell of a day.
That's true.
Starting to not think I'm going to do the ones in the evening.
What? You're not going to run until 1 a.m. our time?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, we're back.
Starting to feel like that's not something I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there you go. Import's doing Group B, so there. Look, easy replacement.
Excellent. Yeah. Everyone can go and watch Import stream instead.
Yeah.
Is that going to be on the Evo Trackmania channel?
Oh, BITM are doing. You got a wealth of options. There you go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I feel so much better about not doing it.
Yeah.
So it'll be G-Geek and BITM. Awesome.
Can one of you also stream them to YouTube so that I can watch them on the TV at home? I don't think I'm asking for much here.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, you can do that on OBS now. You can just do both, right?
Yeah. Someone do that. I'd appreciate it.
Although I do think you have to you have to request permission to live stream on YouTube. So if your channel's not already set up for it, you have to wait 24 hours. So
that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I know. Really odd. Either way.
This is very close, by the way. Between Bren and Binks, it was very close up until Binks respawned. So Karmine Corp will get an ace. Huzzah!
Finally! Back out ahead, and a good time as well. Bren with a 104.448, only 4/10 away from Gwen's world record there. And yeah, I mean, again, this is one of those maps you either get it or you don't. And I think Gwen is likely to at least set 1 or 2 times that are going to be very close to that world record.
Yeah.
And that's the scary part for Karmine Corp, is that either they're going to get an ace pretty much, or they're going to lose horribly.
I think all that ace has done is set up a more exciting finish to this map as G1 win it.
Well, you say that. And Brenner's respawned, so here we go.
I mean, I don't want them to just immediately ace back. I just want to see them getting a few round wins because, you know, I do think the pace is going to be there. Gwen and Binks are likely, in my eyes, to still win this map because they're just a bit faster. But Karmine Corp have an ace to kick things off, and so G1 will have to come from behind, and they've just made it exciting with that first round result.
Yeah, Brett is a long way away right now, though. See him just entering that section of the map as we leave it. Otak now looking to force the draw out of this one, but Binks right on their tail, looking to push over into first position, get themselves a couple of points back in their favor. And it's looking good so far. Binks out ahead, moving into the final jump, and a little bit more speed as well, but the landing isn't perfect, and Otak might just hit the ground first. Not quite. Half of a tenth between the two players, but it's not enough from Otak to get it done. So close, tantalizingly close, but at the very least, they maintain their lead in the map so far.
Oh, reverse finish?
Backwards?
Nope, no time.
No, not enough time.
Victory.
Damn.
G1 get a round win. They move up to 2 points. They close the gap by 1. And I told you, that first ace is just setting up the dramatic comeback from G1. They wanted to provide something for the stream, and hey, we appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Very good. Lovely. I didn't just yawn, by the way. I did not do that.
No, I would never.
It's fine. Yeah. Binks, however, is asleep at the wheel, so back down several seconds on the start of this round and giving Karmine Corp even more space to work with.
Gwen is going to look to hold on to this. Could potentially just be a draw. Draws always
Gwen
are.
risks everything, though.
Gwen does.
Everything, man.
Yeah, Gwen's quick. Draws favor the team that's in the lead.
And that's
this is
what
no
the
longer
problem is.
looking like a draw, as Gwen will have a little bit of a clip. Otak goes very high on that turnaround, full safing it, but will still be in front of Gwen on that uphill. Gwen a little bit faster, though. Good look for damage limitation. Gwen is going for a side jump. I don't think that was on purpose.
I don't think he went for it.
Went for it in the end, just not on purpose. And Bren and Otak, they're out to a solid lead. They should be able to bring this one home.
You gotta give it to Gwen, even in first place, going for as much time as possible is respectable, if a bit foolish.
Yeah.
Did kind of give away an ace there. Unforced,
aces.
well, no, forced error, I would say. But yeah, 2 aces for Karmine Corp, and now possibly getting a track back in their favor, and this is G1's map pick.
Yeah, we are at that point of the competition, potentially, Twiggy, where map picks are starting to be a little bit less relevant. Players just kind of are pushing each other, whatever map you get into. Gwen respawns. This doesn't feel like the same G1 we saw yesterday, if I'm being honest with you. I know that some people are going to look at it and be like, well, yeah, obviously they're up against another Grand League team now. They're under more pressure, but they just looked more confident on the maps. They looked quicker, they looked more consistent, and they're struggling not only to find the consistency, but even to find the pace.
Yeah, I mean, it could be just a day-to-day thing. It could just be that today is not their day right now. They're not feeling it, which is unfortunate because they've got another game to play if they lose this one. Yeah. So, yeah, no, they really do need to get into the swing of things quickly. I say that like they don't have 2 maps in their favor, but this map specifically, considering they picked it, has been suboptimal.
Yeah, that's one word for it. Disastrous is the word I'd use, as Otak and Bren will cruise in formation. 1-2 to the finish line, never mind. That's a disaster.
I didn't think it was
Otak.
possible on this map, but wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, how about a draw instead? He's done it again!
He's done it again! Oh my lord, the reactors, it's fine.
He's gonna get across the
wow.
line. Casey
Well,
still with a very strong lead, 5 points ahead, but they should have closed it out there, honestly.
I'm gonna do it. Casey are like Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak because they leave the door open. I'm gonna leave the door open.
Oh,
Gwen,
no.
what are you doing?
Gwen, buddy.
Gwen, no.
Oh,
dear.
Yeah.
My mental can't take this.
Yeah. Karmine Corp still need to beat Binks in order to close this map out, so Binks will be looking for a first place, will be looking for a bit of risk. That's a tough line for Binks going into this turnaround. It has worked out though, has worked out flawlessly, taking a lead and a decent one. Decent speed from Brendo up the hill means it is still anyone's round to win.
Anything could happen here as Binks only half a tenth or so going into this final section of the map, but well, I mean, we've seen a lot of players actually make mistakes on this final jump, but should be fine for Binks unless the pressure is getting to them. It's good. Bren catches up a little bit towards the end, but it's only 700ths there, and Gwen is third.
All right. Otak is now struggling to finish the map in the last couple of rounds.
Still need an ace.
They still need an ace, and then they would need a round win after that.
Oh,
no. An ace and then a round win is good enough. But in this round, specifically, they do need an ace. Gwen and Binks. We know they have it in them. The pace is there.
Absolutely.
As evidenced by the world record sitting at the top left of your Squeen. Dear God. I'm being infected by that copy pasta in chat. We know that the pace is there. We know that Otak has been having some struggles in the previous rounds. The door is open. Can G1 drive through?
Let's see. It's looking good so far, but we've seen a lot of small errors come through in this map. Large errors, actually, from Gwen as well. Here, and Binks already struggling to keep second place. Otak is really trying to push for that 1 point right here. But Gwen specifically has made a nice gap already. Now needs to try and play it safe. My lord, Binks was close to hitting the ceiling there, but gets a lot of exit speed out of that. Might just be able to catch up with Otak before the it's not even a pipe. It's, oh my lord, that's full risk. Loses out on a lot of exit speed from it, though. I mean, clipped wheels, that's not making it. Yeah. I mean, I respect the effort, but it's not enough from Binks. Would have... I mean,
Gwen, where were those times? The entire
map. Yeah, Gwen, you can't just, like, put a plaster over the rest of the map by setting a really good time this round. That's not how it works. You lost.
Nobody watch! Nobody watch! I did well this map, I swear!
It's fine! Oh my lord.
Unfortunately for Gwen, not so much. Karmine Corp do get one back, and so G1 remain only a map ahead. Can't get that match point just yet. And we go back to a Karmine Corp pick. We're on to Tempest. This is our first time seeing Tempest. No, our second time seeing Tempest today. Our fourth match.
Yeah, it is. Oh man.
Long day. Long day already.
Long day. Yeah, look, here's the thing, right? I don't know. Casting is one of those things. I think when you look at it, or maybe not when you look at it, like when you think, oh, I have 4 hours of casting to do. Yeah. You're like, that's 4 hours, like, what, like a work day is 8 hours minimum. Like, fine. So I can do that, that's fine. And then you get to about the 3 hour mark and you're like, oh my god, I want to do it.
There's a reason that a lot of larger productions, you know, have multiple caster pairings.
Yeah, exactly,
and, you know, you have actual segments where there's breaks for the casters and... Yeah. Well, also because ad revenue is really nice. Ooh.
Oh, Gwen, what are you doing?
In space!
Gwen is just not here today.
Gwen has not turned it on just yet, and yet somehow they're still up 2-1. So, for as much as we hyped this match up, I do
it's
not
almost
think
like they have two players.
Yeah, Otak has touched a wall just there. These teams have not turned up to their fullest potential yet, shall we say. Maybe there's an element of nerves, you know, playing for nerves. Element of nerves as they are playing for the World Championship LAN at the moment. They are looking to book a spot in Montpellier. Whatever it is, there's a lot left for one of these teams to grow into over the course of the rest of this match.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't doubt that both of these teams will get through to the final 8.
Yeah.
Whether it's through this game or through the playoffs tomorrow, I really doubt either of them are going to be going out. This time around, Binks driving fast enough to force the draw. giving Gwen a little more time to warm up, which we didn't think he would need, but here we are.
Yeah.
30% top ones, and today has just been...
You're so right.
Thanks.
You
good?
Yeah, I just remember that the Wales-Argentina match is most of the way through.
Right. Okay.
So I just wanted to go check the score. I won't tell anyone in case, if there's any Welsh people in chat, or anyone from Argentina who cares about the match, or anyone who cares about that match.
Man, if you're from Argentina, hello. Hi.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the stream. Must be pretty early in the morning.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably like mid-morning by now.
Yeah, it's probably like 11 or so.
That's a pretty cool spin from Otak. Not exactly the angle we see most players take, and it has dropped a few tenths. Gwen and Binks are in this one, and they are in first and second, although they're both way out of it.
No, they are not.
Bren and Otak cruise through into first and second place.
Yeah, Karmine Corp with a little bit of momentum after that last map, definitely. I think they look more confident, for sure, right now, and G1 just look all over the place, honestly.
Yeah.
They would be beaten by most, like most of the
Airwalkers have to be watching this match.
Most of the wildcards teams.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Why did we get
informed Solary?
Yeah. Why did we get Solary in our group? What happened there then?
Yeah. Well, it is a PB from Gwen, who has not played very much of Tempest. In Karmine Corp, it's a 109.1. They did not need very good times in that one. They will get an ace, and they will move up 4-1. Big round for Karmine Corp.
I mean, pinch of salt. Again, this is Karmine Corp's map pick, and despite the fact that we expect all of these teams to be good at every map, there is still an element, especially with teams that have not played as many matches on these maps as others, of very much one-map-itis, in that they are very good at the maps that they pick, and not very good at the other ones. So the fact that G1 are not doing very well here, and it does look like that specifically on this map, is not insanely surprising to me.
Yeah, definitely. They are at least
last
in
map
contention.
Was a surprise.
Last map was a little bit of a disaster for G1, absolutely. They should be up 3-0 right now, looking at the map picks from before this, potentially. Not the case, and Otak will be the player slide out this time around, so this could be the ace handed right back, essentially in the same corner as G1 handed away in the last round as well. Second ice slide, looking okay. Binks is going to get a slightly bouncy landing. Not as bad as Bren's, though. Never seen someone undo the 180 on that booster.
I've not seen that before. That is wild. Gwen? Okay, but Gwen does not make the jump. Where going?
Binks is in first place.
All good. Binks all good.
Yeah. Binks is going to cruise through in first place. Otak comfortably in second. Bren is 20 seconds behind and still trying this turn, so
yeah,
Gwen is going
I think
to take
Gwen's
third place.
fine. Yeah, Gwen should be okay.
Gwen's practicing right now.
Yeah, scoreline moves to 5-3 to Karmine Corp, so not the end of the world for G1. Not the end of the world for Karmine Corp, absolutely whatsoever.
Lucky not to be
This is so odd. We came into this one with such high expectations, and like
Clash of Titans. I was ready for it. I was ready to see just truly top tier, top level play.
Very odd.
For really not the first time in this competition, but one of the most hype, one of the quickest matches that we've seen so far, and that has not materialized.
No, not quite. Well, hopefully it is just a lack of preparation for today, and we'll get some good maps later on in the series. But yeah, no, either way. I think when we were saying earlier, why is Gwen not, has Gwen just decided that it doesn't need to be setting kind of world record times? I think there's something else is going on. I think it is very much just a lack of kind of, I don't know, being in the zone for this game that is going on at the moment, because there are a lot of unforced errors happening, for sure. But this round is looking a lot better from both teams. G1 hold hands through into the turnaround, and everybody hits it at the exact same time now. It is G1 with about a 1/10 difference over their opponents. They all take very different lines. Bren clips the wall, is going to get over it, but just about. And G1 still have that aceable position. Otak with a really good jump, but it's higher than Binks and Gwen. The exit speed is better, but it is not enough to overtake them. Oh my lord, Gwen, please hit the finish line. Thank you very much. It is an ace for them, just about 16 thousandths between the two of them. Good round. But yeah, that was a bit scary at the end.
That was the rounds we were meant to be getting. Consistently, if you ignore what happened to Bren. But that was meant to be kind of how close things were. A 10th between our top three. All of them PB'd in that round as well. And G1 with the ace move back up a single point ahead. They are still looking to move to match point. If they win this map, they are pushing Karmine Corp to win 3 maps in a row. So let's hope for another close one, Twiggy.
Let's. With G1 just about ahead now, you could just see another team lose their own map pick. Yes, that is the words I was going for. Binks and Gwen looking to use that momentum, bring it all the way to the end of this map here. And again, it's one of these ones where it is a lot closer. All these teams seem to have gotten the hang of it at the exact same time.
Yeah. It really was one of those ones that was prevalent as well throughout the wildcards. But neither of these teams played the wildcards, which is why we are seeing them improve their PBs with pretty much any solid round still at this point. Awkward landing for Binks, who trails Otak, but all 4 players have made it to the identity together. All 4 of them make it through the identity together as well. Gwen leads away from Otak from Binks. Binks getting caught by Bren through the final jump. Full crash then from Otak, and the ace is on for G1. Can they hold it to the line? Yes, they can. And that final crash from Otak is disastrous for Casey's hopes in this match.
And Gwen's starting to look a lot better now. 2 times within a third. 3/100ths of the world record there.
3/10.
And yeah, that's what I said.
You said 300ths.
Did I? Wow,
yes.
That's wild. I didn't even notice I said that. That's cool.
I'd say a third was on it. It was more accurate than your second attempt.
I mean, yeah, it's a kind of a third of a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, it actually is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Did you know that 0.9 repeating is the same number as 1?
Yes, I do know that. Thank you very much for
fun
introducing me to YouTube maths.
Yeah. That's what we're here for. Binks is in 3rd place at the moment. G1 just need a single point, and Gwen is currently in the position to give them that. But Binks will say, no, my point. I will get this for us. Gwen, sit back, relax. I got this. But Gwen says no. And then Binks says no. Then Gwen says no again. And I don't know who's in the lead anymore.
Yeah, well, it's Otak.
They're literally sitting on top of each other.
Yeah, but those 2 are very close to each other now. It is going to... Oh my god, even the jump was pretty much exactly the same. Wow, they are right next to each other. Otak's still doing well, but Karmine Corp have been hitting these walls. Oh, that's a really good jump from Bren. It's still just not enough. Everybody got that exactly right. And 1 point is gained by G1. The 1 point they needed. And now, Gamers First on a match map.
Congratulations to Binks, the better G1 player, for securing the win for the team there.
Yeah, that's how it
second
works.
place, exactly. Yeah, the fact that if the positions had been reversed, totally irrelevant. It was all down to Binks that they managed to get that point.
Yep, all down to Binks. What is our last map? I forget. Somebody posted in chat.
It Valley.
It Valley.
Yeah, it is unfair because I can see it already.
Obviously, this is Gamers First's map pick here. And so we do expect them to take it, but we'll see. Anything can happen on the Trackmania World Tour.
Yeah, and has very much been happening in this match in some very strange ways. G1 up 3 maps to 1, maybe looking to even get us back a little bit closer to on schedule as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if they get this one right here, very possible, unless it's an overtime affair. Karmine Corp already... Oh, I was going to say looking quite close in terms of pace to Gamers First, but not if you crash.
Not if you crash. Crashing makes slow. That has been the case for Brennan this round, who actually isn't that far behind, but is a little bit slow through that section as well. And it's a poor straightening out from Otak, letting Gwen and Binks start to run away with this round a little bit. They will be about 3/10 ahead. It's not massive, but it is enough for an ace. And that's another touch from Otak. This jump is going to be a struggle. Did make it up, but not by very much. Bren, now all the hopes and dreams of the French lie with him.
Yeah, I'm really probably just hoping for a mistake at this point. There's no way you're gaining enough time to make that overtake happen whatsoever. You're just going to have to hope that G1 are feeling a little bit of pressure and miss one of their jumps, but it's well practiced from both of them, and they look well on to take this map in their own favor. A really good time. That is 1/2 of a 10th away from the world record by Stuffs there from Gwen. And yeah, we're starting to see Gwen warm up finally into the series. It did take towards the end of the series to do it, but yeah, this is good.
Yeah, definitely haven't seen as much of Valley compared to a lot of the other maps in the pack still. Obviously, Dive essentially non-existent still at this point. But Valley definitely, if it gets picked, it does seem to get picked late. It's not a map that anyone really hates. It's not a map that gets banned. It's just not a map that we see as a priority for pretty much any team.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Right now, Karmine looking to answer back with an ace again. I think a couple of unfortunate things happening last round. I don't think they were the worst team pace-wise. It just happened that they got several slowdowns going on here. And now they need to try and get it back their favor.
Full crash from Bren, though, is not going to help. Otak is neck and neck with Gwen at the moment. Double respawn from Bren behind. You can see only just coming up the hill behind now as well. Otak trying to chase down Gwen, going for a wider outside line. Should mean less of a slide, should mean more speed on the exit here. But Gwen first to the booster, staying ahead for now. It's going to be Otak, overtaking potentially in the air. Gwen's line might be able to straighten out quicker, will be wider. More speed for Otak, not enough as Gwen holds on for first place. Binks comes in third, and G1 move up 5-1 on potentially the decisive map.
Yeah, Valley is looking really good for G1 as well. Gwen especially looks consistent so far. 2 rounds obviously, but both of them, you know, sub 108.5s for the time being. We'll see. But yeah, it does really look like G1 are taking this one away. Pretty, not one-sided fashion, but definitely looked like the only reason Karmine were getting anything out of this series was because G1 were making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, a little bit of that going on for sure. And as it gets cleaned up for G1, as Binks and Gwen look potentially even for another ace in this round, they are looking very, very good to close this map out, close this match out in dominant fashion, and put themselves through to the World Championship. I'll say, Twiggy, I did say from yesterday, I thought G1 looked like the team to beat coming out of yesterday in this World Championship.
Yeah.
Not so much today, but still definitely, if Karmine Corp can't beat them, you know, I mean, I guess it stands.
Yeah. Yeah, no, true. Well, I mean, we will see now. Obviously, we've seen Solari today look absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And G1, I mean, we know that at the very least their peak is very high. We knew that already.
Yep.
And the ace goes their way. Once again, both of them, not quite Gwen, but both of them setting basically a 108.5 there. And, I mean, yeah, this map should be over here already, pretty much.
Valley feels like a map that could be, you know, this is a weapon in the back pocket for G1 to beat their opponents over the head with late in a match, potentially, because both of them are looking very consistent so far, even relative to the maps we played tonight. They're looking quick at the same time as well, and we've not really seen that from many other teams on this map.
Yeah, it's evidently not the map that they're fastest at, otherwise they probably would have picked it first or second, but it's definitely, they seem comfortable.
Yeah,
that's
Delta
the word
to
I
the
would
rest
use.
of the field is potentially higher on this map than on some of the other ones as well, despite the fact that they are not technically the quickest on it.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time they were getting pushed quite hard, especially on stuff like Edge, and that was, like, when you get pushed on Edge, it's very difficult to get anything out of it, because you make a tiny error and you're down by 5 seconds suddenly. And so, yeah, I think, you know, you've got to weigh up kind of the risk that each track faces. Valley is a pretty safe track. You know, you're not going to be forced to make a horrible error. The identity is, it can be quite simply reviewed. I mean, they seem comfortable with it, very comfortable. I mean, neither of them has made a single mistake on the identity so far whatsoever. They seem to have a very good setup for it. So, yeah, I don't see why they should be losing out anything on this map whatsoever. Really good from them.
Yeah, that's it. G1 ace again within half a tenth of each other. And that will do it for G1 versus Karmine Corp. Straightforward. Easy enough. G1 in 5 maps. Dispatch Karmine Corp and book a spot in the World Championship in Montpellier. They're going to LAN.
Yeah, and Karmine Corp are going to have to fight their way through the playoffs later on. Obviously, they've still got one more game to play, a seeding game for those playoffs against Raptors. But yeah, no, they'll probably be a little miffed about that one, I think. I don't know if they, like, thought they had better times than G1. We can't really, like, make any kind of... We can't know what they're thinking, but I think probably that's a bit annoying for them that they do have to go through the whole playoffs tomorrow. They would have liked to have just got this over and done with quickly.
I'm sure they would have. We have arrived just in time to see ITB go up 3 points with an ace against Big. This is one of Big's map picks as well, as We're on map 5 with the scores all tied.
Yeah, wow, this is a much more exciting game for sure.
Yep. And it's on Backflip.
Into the breach. Yeah, into the breach. Do we know what the other map? Hold on a second. They're skipping the wallbang.
Wait a second.
Bigger skipping the wallbang.
These cheeky bastards.
Cheeky. They found out they could just do it without hitting it. Wow.
Yeah, I mean that has to be the least illegal thing in Trackmania.
Yeah,
wallbangs
I mean,
are
that's
most of the
more
time
legal.
illegal. It's more legal to skip it, surely.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Everyone else maybe should get banned.
They're playing by the rules. That's really took a while to respawn that one there. I just thought, yeah, maybe I'll flip over. Maybe
it'll work. It did
yeah,
not work.
I'll definitely still have enough speed, even if I do that. That's fine. Grenadier is flying. That's cool. But yeah, this is a. This is certainly a map going on right now. Into the breach, obviously, already 3 points up, looking to extend their lead. If they can just get one overtake, they might just get two overtakes here at the end. Affy and Mime soar on through, and both of them will end first and second. Grenadier cannot hold on to that lead, and Into the breach move to 9 points.
I mean, they appear to have fallen directly into the breach's trap. Either that, or we are truly terrible luck, and us joining has just cursed Big something fierce. But I don't think we even said anything about it, so you know what? Can't be our fault.
Yeah, no, it's not a fault whatsoever, for sure. But either way, yeah, no, and this should be Big's map pick, yeah?
Yeah, this is Big's map pick. On the blue side, map 5. This is something that they felt they had a chance on, and they're going for this.
Look at that!
Really interesting line through there for them. If nothing else, more consistent. Should absolutely be more consistent. So I would expect to see that adopted by some other teams.
It's unlikely you're going to slide out with that, and even if you do, you're not going backwards, you're going to the side. You'll hit the barrier parts, but that's not the end of the world. You can still get over the hill with just a bit of a slowdown there. So, yeah, I mean, I like that. That seems to work. I mean, I don't think it has the same kind of speed that you can get out of it with the wallbang, but
I mean,
if it's consistent. Consistency is something that teams need on this map, so that's fair enough.
Oh, who did I just see going backwards? Mime? Yeah, it was Mime.
Quite literally fell off.
Yeah, just bouncing backwards. Means that there's a chance. There is a chance for Big. That chance is going to rely on this maybe landing. I think there's going to be a respawn, but there's a double respawn for Grenadier as well. Affy is through in first place.
Would you go for it?
Mime is still a long way down, which means Massa and Grenadier. Oh, no. It's okay. Massa will finish. It's a draw. Wait, that's not okay at all.
Yeah, that's really not.
Affy finished first ages ago.
First.
Yeah, hang on. Nothing mattered. Into the breach won that like a solid 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, but it was fun getting excited over it anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So, Into the breach move to match point. They are up 3 maps to 2, and they return to one of their track picks. Twiggy, we'll find out together what it is. It is Twiggy. Name that track.
Oh, that's the drifty one, right? No, wait, no. Wait, yes.
Yeah.
It's the tech one.
Yeah, it's Twisted. Yeah.
No, Twisted, that's the one. I got it. It's a drifty one. You do a lot of drifts.
Yeah, no, that's not false. You do a lot of drifts on this one.
Yeah, I was correct.
I like it. We'll see how it goes here into the breach. How they feeling? How they looking? We saw G1 look great on this map yesterday. We saw G1 not be allowed to play this map today as a result. And, well, it didn't really matter in the end. They still closed out that match very cleanly. Into the breach. Affy and Mime looking to finish things up nice and fast.
Yeah, obviously we also saw Solari win 12-0 on this map as well today. But yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen with this matchup. Unfortunately, I think both of these teams are going to be at least somewhat confident on it. This should be a little bit of a back and forth, but I do rate Into the breach in terms of just getting this one consistently.
This map has to be kind of rough in Cam 3. There's a lot of like blind jumps for Grenadier into very tight drifts. But hey, I mean, doing great.
I think, yeah, exactly. I mean, Grenadier's used to it at this point, let's be honest. So, but yeah, no, it probably is a lot more difficult than it is for Affy and Mime, which is quite funny because he is in first place.
Yeah, Grenadi holding first place. Bit slow there for Massa. Is Mime near enough? No, not going to be able to catch at the line. Grenadi with a PB, 104.067 is fast and big. Will start the map off with a round win.
Yeah, good from them, and hoping to answer back. Try and get their, once again, opponent's map pick to even things up this time around. I'm going to assume maps 1, 2, 3, and 4 went the way of the picks.
Sure. Seems reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's a likely outcome, but it's possible that so far it has just been the opposite way around.
Yeah. Hey, Twiggy, change the title as well if you get a chance. That's
might be.
That'll be fine. This is. I thought we hired Fabs for a reason. You know, what are we paying them for?
That's a good point,
if
actually.
not changing the title.
Yeah, good point.
Grenadi once again moving up into first place. Massa settling into a comfortable third again. This time around though, Mime is much closer through the middle of the map. Mime was much closer into the middle of the map, has touched a wall and is dropping a long way back again. Grenadi and Afi for first place. Massa in a comfortable third should just look to bring that home.
Yeah, Grenadi once again really pushing for first position. Afi trying to stay ahead of Massa here. It should be fine. Yeah, that's a nice line through the end. More speed, in fact, than Grenadi, but not enough to overtake. I mean, 104 flat almost. Really good times here. We're getting right up towards the world record by Binks. Say 103.802. See if anybody can get there. Again, Grenadi seems very comfortable here.
Yeah. Looking really, really strong so far. Maybe into the breach of equally fallen into Big's trap as Big fell into the breach's trap with Backflip, which is a little bit worse for Into the Breach. I mean, Big, they just kind of picked Backflip. Into the Breach didn't have to pick a map that their opponents were good on then, and there was no chance that Big would have picked this for the afterwards because, you know, we were out of maps to pick. But Into the Breach, this is a better start to the round for them. Grenadi has dropped behind by a little bit. Nafi and Mime will look to Ace, and Ace immediately undoes the mistakes of the previous round. The sins of the past will be wiped clean, and Into the Breach will be leading again.
You know, so far, Massa is gaining on every single turn and has overtaken Mime already, looking to hound down Afi right now as we move towards the final few turns, and Grenadi is actually right behind too. In fact, almost about to overtake Mime as well. It's just insane tech skills as they move on through. Afi almost overtaken, I think is overtaken. No, not quite. A little bit more exit speed. What a round. 3/10 separate all players there. It is Into the Breach that win the round, but it's not enough to keep up with Big.
Damn, that's impressive from Into the Breach, managing to hold off determined comeback from Big late in the round to at least close the gap to within 1. Can they keep that kind of performance going? Can they close this out in 6 maps against Big, who have been looking, you know, we've talked a lot about how the regional teams, a lot of them are really looking to prove something this year and coming into the World Championship. I think Big are also a team that are looking to prove something a little bit. A bigger team that have looked very motivated throughout the year as well. And Into the Breach with the new look, Mime and Afi on the roster. This would be a big statement win for them heading into the World Championship LAN.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, just getting that spot is so massive. Is just being like, I don't have to play any of those nerve-wracking games, let's be honest, in the playoffs tomorrow. Even if you are a Grand League team and you are pretty certain you're going to win them, you still have to play a good amount of games. And I mean, if you're third seed, you can't lose a single one. Even if you're the top seed, you can only lose one of those games. It's still a pressure-filled situation, and Into the Breach doing well there. A 103.964 and a 103.973 from those two. Absolutely insane stuff.
God damn, that's impressive. And a round win into an ace is 7 points to 5 on the scoreboard for Into the Breach, who all of a sudden have gotten their wheels underneath them in this, their final map pick of the match. They don't want to let it go to the random. They're looking to close it out in potentially just one more round.
Does look like that is the way they mean to close this one out. I mean, look, Grenadi was setting, what, 104.0s. Both players would have beat them even if Grenadi was quick as he had been over the course of this map so far in that one. So if Into the Breach can set those times once again, it could just be the way things go. And either way, 2 points difference is quite a lot at this level, you know. Big now need to get, well, several wins if they want to overtake them. And there's not really enough time left with a 7-5 scoreline to do that.
Not quite. Mime leads from Grenady, who's pushing through the identity. Can Grenady overtake Mime?
Oh, no!
That's it! The final mistake from Grenady has allowed Affy through. Mime cruises to an easy first. Affy in second. Into the breach, go to Montpellier.
Absolutely wild. Big are going to have to fight their way through the playoffs tomorrow. Based off of that, they will have a game against Team BPP to decide if they are second seed playing in the upper bracket or third seed playing in the lower bracket, where you cannot lose a single game. But that is, again, not the result that they would have wanted. I think that's even more crushing to Big than Karmine Corp's loss.